Like ships that pass in the night, baby.
Welcome back.
What's good? You're already.
Thank you for staying with us. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just fucking.
What's the cost of living, bro? Cause I don't. Bro, what's the cost of living? I don't know. What's the cost of sipping liquor out of styrofoam? What's the cost of mixing women with your precious bro? Scraping out the barrel, still I don't know who's my friend or foe. Yeah, some people gotta go and that's the way. Set the record straight, striving for the better days. See the wreckage fade, building up a better slate. Haven't got the time to wait, I'm about to detonate. Yeah, now I've got the room to breathe. An ace that's up my sleeve, accompanying me through the retreat. It's time for me to leave, I'm hopping overseas, but nothing's guaranteed apart from me to run up on the beat like I'm an athlete. Jeez, I hop the borderlines, exploring all the world's design. Control the tide and now I feel the world is mine. It's due in time, I got the nations in me intertwined. If you say that you're living life like mine, you're telling porcupines. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you think I'm lying, effortlessly putting words together like I'm hardly trying. I am kinda tired, but I stay inspired. Got the buzz required, and my love for this will not expire. Never. What's the cost of living? I don't know. What's the cost of sipping liquor out of styrofoam? What's the cost of mixing women with your precious bro? Scraping out the barrel, still I don't know who's
I've always
my
been
friend
a
or
true
foe.
blue on the cobbles, a student Holyfield, a loose tooth in the gospel. He's chewing over still, you know the deal. I've seen 100 ways to lose, seen a man strike a match on nothing but a grain of truth and make a move for your lids. Pull the cotton wool across, saber tooth in his grin that I probably should have clocked. He came to shoot from the hip with a shot he full of wrong. A noose, some drink and some sorry looking odds. I muzzle tough to any brother with a furrow on his brow. Stood his ground for the feet, I finna double cross the mouth, so be proud. Another gem I'm keeping in the crown, but the weight alone would see him bend his knee into the ground and bowing out. A golden rifle, 21 salute to beholding as a token sign. I meant as much to you, but what's it prove? What's the cost in daring anywho when you never pay it back if you ain't bearing any fruit? What? What's the cost of living? I don't know. What's the cost of sipping liquor from a styrofoam? What's the cost of mixing business with a microphone? Scraping out the barrel till I'm sitting in my final throes. It's like a 50 here, a 50 there. And I pick up that other shift. I'm still, yeah. Even just a little bit, like 100 would do so well right now. You know, it's like, yeah, really, I don't. You see, I made a promise, but was it practical or nonsense? That my heart's never heavy, it's the shrapnel in my wallet, now I'm bopping. We set a brother up to fool when he's hopping through his life, trying to double dutch the rules with a dozen other fools. You never knew the half of pissing money up the wall like some therapeutic dance at the bar. The residues, the pennies you discard like flints in your hand. But precious you will spark in the wind and the damp. That petty view that start with a tit, then a tat, then a centrifuge of yarn, then a long thread of lies to guide a brother through the maze. We duck the Minotaur without a tuppence to my name. Underlay, leave them puzzled in my wake. Even when the manacles are smothering my veins, even when my hands are full of something I can waste, I'm the same, still bugging, still coveting some change. Short change rules everything around me. Scream to the heavens, he's about as clean as a leper. Couple cats getting deep with their redder, but I'm trying to catch the eye of the queen on the tenor. Short change rules everything around me. Scream to the heavens, he's about as clean as a leper. Couple cats getting deep with their redder, I'm just trying to catch the eye of the queen on the tenor.
It's kinda funny when you think about it, I'm not around it. So when I see some pennies now, that's not nostalgic. You see a bunch of shit and think I've got to have this. You see designer clothes but all I see is just a bunch of fabric. To me I'm wealthy only in all my relationships, but that just might be cause I'm fucking poor and that's the way we think. And now I think I found a common link, cause if I'm raised in poverty then that just mean my raft's supposed to sink. And I'm not saying I'm not self-supported, I'm just pissed I'm spending 50 hours every week working for it. Look at others and you'll see the cool, the ones that went to school and ones that sit their asses on the door. I'm pissed from working all my life and being still broke. My manager's a dickhead, you expecting me to chill? No, I work towards a pot of gold I know that I'll be grabbing. I'll put my social life on hold so I can be the savage. I've got to have it, I swear I'm making that my habit. Until the day I stay awake and never touch my mattress. Close my eyes and I zone out, get my phone out, hibernating in my compound. I put my social life on hold so I can be the savage. I've got to have it, I swear I'm making that my habit. Close my eyes and I zone out, get my phone out, hibernating in my compound.
Short change rules rules everything around me. Scream to the heavens, he's about as clean as a leper. Couple cats getting deep with their bread, but I'm trying to catch the guy, get the queen on the tenor. Short change rules everything around me. Scream to the heavens, he's about as clean as a leper. Couple cats getting deep with their bread, I'm just trying to catch the guy, get the queen on the tenor.
Way or another. I just need a little change, you know what I mean? Can you spare some change, please? Can you spare some change? Can you spare some change? Can you spare some change? I'm fucking desperate. Actually no, I got like £2.50 in my pocket. I'll be alright.
I don't know if I'll ever change.
What's to say, what's to say, what's to say? I ask myself these questions every single day. Truly I was lonely on my escapade. What's to say that I weren't meant to be to make me brave? What's to say my boys will never turn their backs on me? What's to say my girl will love me unconditionally? What's to say I won't look back at this in disbelief? What's to say they even listen to me when I speak? What's to say that every day's another lesson learned? What's to say that lesson wasn't just a can of worms? What's to say the future isn't just a world of hurt? What's to say that every choice you've made has been absurd? What's to say that I will even say? What's to say I won't drop off and split without a trace? What's to say I've got a threshold for this kind of pain? What's to say?
I don't know if I'll ever change.
I'm working every day and it doesn't feel like I'm getting anywhere with it. I'm just stuck in one place and it's like, fuck.
What's to say we have a saviour and he died for us? But what's to say there's no creator in the sky above? What's to say I miss the days of picking Bibles up and formulating ways that this strange wisdom applies to us? What's to say that you're admirable in an early death? What's to say I've been rational with the girls I've kept? What's to say I'm compatible with the world of men, where every bit of hurt is a crack and bald in the murky depths? What's to say I can't make it right with these two wrongs? What's to say what that paper tiger's leaning on? So what you saying? What's the way of life beneath the cosh? I plagiarized every page that I could see you on. What's to say that that voice inside your head pertains to a conscious opportunity of choice to try and set it straight? What's to say that that noise inside can't emanate? What's to say?
I don't know if I'll ever change. I don't know if I'll ever change. I don't know if I'll ever change.
Them roads, they take you home. Never known which way to go. Them days are all I have. Never known how small I am.
Them roads, they take you home. Never known which way to go. Them days are all I have. Never known how small I am.
That's childhood me on the next adventure, with a fresh idea and a fresh placenta at the epicenter, the peak of the hill, with the sense I was bred to be keeping it real. You can sleep with the eels in the river, peak if you're building for dinner. The earth still spins while the church still sings, and the wheat in the field gonna glimmer. Figured that you never really know what's beneath them stones, the ones you laid in the deepest holes. Vogue past with a fleeting glow, and the meaning keeps at the steepest roads. And I chose what I chose at the head of the trail. Lines from the palm that led to the grail, but destined to fail. You find that it's still back there, buried in the side of the hill.
Buried on the side of the hill with the cherry on top, no cake down under, face down blunder, drowned in chunder, bolty king last night, no wonder. Never ask me if I know these roads, I've roamed up close and seen each home, been broke, I coped and still found hope. One crow get involved, that wheat sheaf close. Ely City, baby, stand up to the Fen boy roster. Climbed up Costa, no imposter. Wanna come through them, fix that posture. Come link at the sailing club, there's a bench out back where no one goes. Get it all back strapped and light that cone. Get lean and walk, that's all we know. A crown on the head's no use at the end of the line when you crest unfallen. Years on the clock mean now, if you turn in your head then the next one's calling. Head in the clouds with a bed bug spawning. Sepia paint on a drenched up awning. Swollen in the past if you end up falling. Chips on the green like the chestnuts falling. A crown on the head's no use at the end of the line when you crest unfallen. Years on the clock mean now, if you turn in your head then the next one's calling. Head in the clouds with a bed bug spawning. Sepia paint on a drenched up awning. Swollen in the past if you end up falling. Chips on the green like the chestnuts falling.
Yeah, maybe that was me, the guy get the storm, but my heart understands to get G for arraignment. She gave me the fuse, now she's lighting the cord, and I asked for a hand. I'll be twos on the ailments of warts, so you never had time for my thoughts. But the cards in my hand with the proof of the payment. She came with that, you don't wanna move like a layman. I slaved to the world with the tubular ways of the guys. So take the advice, take key, take pills out of Morpheus palms. So calm, plug and tick in the jaws of a shark to the whole damn world goes stored in the past. On the fraudulent past, peel off in the rain. Your last will lost in the blaze, the gains. Every deal cost me the same old vista from that hilltop to today.
There's a Lambo there and just to the right there's a homeless guy that's pissed himself. Don't stand and stare, that's life right here. See you make that P or you dream that wealth. Be hard at work but see no progress. I'm living in a city and expecting no less. It's pure stress but I love this fortress. It's all blessed so I'll be using my legs to go down Paradise Park and shoot some hoops. And I'll do it with a smile on my face. Then go high Barnes cage raced in that place. If Del Boy comes then I'm making my way to St. John's or go American Park. See that long slide, the adrenaline starts. That's my all days there, memories from the past. I pray that this place here never loses its spark. A crown on the head's no use at the end of the line when you crest unfallen. Years on the clock mean now, if you turn in your head then the next one's calling. Head in the clouds with a bed bug spawning. Sepia paint on a drenched up awning. Swollen in the past if you end up falling. Chips on the green like the chestnuts falling. A crown on the head's no use at the end of the line when you crest unfallen. Years on the clock mean now, if you turn in your head then the next one's calling. Head in the clouds with a bed bug spawning. Sepia paint on a drenched up awning. Swollen in the past if you end up falling. Chips on the green like the chestnuts falling.
Them roads they take you home. Never know which way to go. Them days are all I have. Never known how small I am. Them roads they take you home. Never know which way to go. Them days are all I have. Never known how small I am.
And suppose I never did, left the rose and then I dipped in the dove into your bliss. Just imagine if it weren't, and your pattern and your worth in the labyrinth of girls. And suppose I never did, left the rose and then I dipped in the dove into your bliss. Just imagine if it weren't, and your pattern and your worth in the labyrinth of girls.
Drink it straight on the rocks or a pint of lager. I'll be gone just like some, that's just like my father. I didn't even have a chance to say sayonara. Shouts to all my day ones, shouts to Liam Harper. I remember when I thought you were my last resort. Couple days, couple nights, you're an afterthought. Never in my life again will I be playing poor. Ignite the flame within and warming up before I play the sport. Yellow card, red card, that's a sending off. Pick a path, life's hard when it's getting rough. Not smart, got barred from receiving love is fast. Leaves marks on your heart when it's said and done.
She was just a picture he made, drawn in the mist of his window. He took his drink straight on the rocks, took a loss straight on the chin though. It all goes cold on your own, then it melts in the heat of the moment, pouring over a kernel of blame, but never thought on the deeds that absolve it. Socialize in the measurable dose, it's ephemeral. Lies in the head that he holds when the envious face bore the emerald tone. It's greener on the other side of every home. I was sleepless on a Monday night, walking the burbs just to peek across a something like an ordinary world. The secrets of the undersigned scrawled in a verse, but you read between the grubby blinds, you call it a curse. The curbs that he perched like a church step for heathens. He'd always felt the perspex between the squeezing lifetimes and the breadth of that window a glingo. Night lights ebb in the pink glow and things go south when you're out on your own and you roam like a hound when the pound's all is known in the sorry life of his. A block where the neighbours can't touch, only watch, that's the plot of the pane of glass. And suppose I never did. Left the rose and then I dipped in the dove into the abyss. Just imagine if it weren't, and your pattern and your worth in a labyrinth of girls. And suppose I never did. Left the rose and then I dipped in the dove into the abyss. Just imagine if it weren't, and your pattern and your worth in a labyrinth of girls.
Welcome to the O2 messaging service. The person you are calling is unable to take your call. Please leave your message after the tone. To re-record your message, key hash at any time.
Bro, it's happened, you know, it's over. It's done, just like that. And now I'm on the other side of the world and I'm finding out all my shit that I left there is gone. It's gone, all of it. I ain't got fuck all. But don't fucking worry. I'm gonna be down bad for a couple of months, maybe years, but I'll be back, bro.
She was just a picture he made, drawn in the mist of his window. He took his drink straight on the rocks, took a loss straight on the chindo. It all goes cold on your own, then it melts in the heat of the moment, pouring over a kernel of blame. But they never thought on the deeds to absolve it. And suppose I never did. Left the rose and then I dipped in the dove in the abyss. Just imagine if it weren't, and your pattern and your worth in a labyrinth of girls. And suppose I never did. Left the rose and then I dipped in the dove in the abyss. First you gotta wax on, wax off, just to try and make them ends meet. Then you get to paint that town red, moving like a feet by foam. Yeah, I hear the tales of them dizzy heights on the moon, and the fables of a slippy high Potter noosed on my shoes. From Streatham then to London, to rendezvous your parents' house, caressing every bunion. There were 7 deadly blunders that I vowed to never make. Sounds reluctant when I down this lemonade. See, I tout the renegade, but every song that I ever birthed has never been for me. It's for want of a better word. Tell them swerve, better tell them take the higher road. And see, every path you tread will be paved in milestones. In the days I'd write a poem unfettered and phased, a wet page by bloodlet in the vein. Gestate like the ticks of the metronome, are pregnant with meaning, and glints in the terradome are remnants of Eden. We slept on, believing that these days seem certain. I'm hurting, cause still man the page keeps turning. First you gotta wax on, wax off, just to try and make them ends meet. Then you get to paint that town red, moving like a feet by foam.
All this shit has got me feeling like pacing up and down the room. I'm thinking about the choices made. I'm reminiscing in the booth. I know that life won't be the same. I found myself stuck in the loop. I'll strap a zoot, no dude to chase. Either be a troop or grab a spade, start to dig my grave. I'm feeling great, no escape. Spend my days rolling J's, smoke the haze. No, I won't be walking straight in the day. Search for different types of love you can't replace. Set the pace, reach into my sleeve, find an ace of spades. Tread through my shattered past like walking in some shards of glass. I can't put on a happy mask when all my life is torn apart. Yeah, they say to kill them all with kindness. Medicine is silence, wanna sleep but I can't close my eyelids. Even fucking sleep. Looking back now I'm the culprit. I'm the one that put myself throughout all of this bullshit. Stay focused until I blow like explosives. The coin flips, it's me, myself and I, there's no accomplice.
First you gotta wax on, wax off, just to try and make them ends meet. Then you get to paint that town red, moving like a feet by foam.
Sharing your adventures is an interesting experience. It's not always shared.
There was once a time I needed a tenner just to last the night. The party line, you was just a tremor on my starboard side. When I get hardly tried to piece together what the scars disguise. You with me, are you with me? And I bet we could part the tide. The archetypal model laying ruined in the dust. As far as I could ogle, ain't no blueprints when it's love. Cause love is stupid, it's a rush, it's lust. And all year through and still settling for second in a fool's rear view. Got me blue. A likes B as a lover, B like CC's A as a brother. Everything that ever had me drooling at the jaws, all forced. If it ain't about you calling at the course, or the wolf been at your door like a bait face blowing loud, blowing down your straw house. Wage slaves blowing pounds of a vows they chalked out, and mates they could go without. Mayday, I said Mayday, we're going down. And she turns and you look and you lust and you love and you miss by an inch like
shit. And you tried and you fought and you hurt and you fall and you missed by an inch like shit.
And you told me the chips gonna fall where they may when we passed in the night
like shit. And I live by the words that you said till the next time we passed in the night like
ships. My list goes down like this. Loose lips, my thing goes down.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
yeah. Now at last I have awoken, cast out in the ocean, but this life ain't nothing that I've chosen. Put the words that I have spoken into motion, being out now in the open, but the time is staying frozen. What's the outcome? Speed it up and do whatever's necessary. Fuck it up and go again, it seems to be hereditary. Graduate with honors, I remember said it off the cuff. I did it when I walked the stage, it felt like it was not enough. It's fuck there, telling me I'm strong, so play the ruthless part. I'm looking in the mirror, all that I can see is noodle arms. I remember being comfortable, but that's now in the past. It's retro, it's back in the day, like I was plugging in a SC.R.E.A.M like Mario Kart. But my story is the greatest told, at least I think it would have been if I didn't fall off Rainbow Road. I've been overtaken, stamped on and dismantled, left by all of my disciples, that's the cycle. Don't keep that inside you.
And she turns and you look and you lust and you love and you miss by an inch like
shit. And you tried and you fought and you hurt and you fall and you missed by an inch like shit.
And you told me the chips gonna fall where they may when we passed in the night
like shit. And I live by the words that you said till the next time we passed in the night like
ships. My miss goes down like this. Loose lips, my thing goes down like shit.
What is the thing that you want people to remember you for at the end of the day, man?
The note I leave them on. I will bring you from here to there, to there, to there, because I know you, I am you, I feel you, I love you. I'll take you through all that, and I'm off with the prayer.
Dead dogs still fetch. It's just me, it's not you, bruv. Keep my eyes peeled and my room shut. Paranoid, lean or a full drunk. Same old shit, I can feel that my mood's fucked. Nah, wait. It's not me, it's just you, bruv. Keep my eyes peeled till you do one. Not paranoid, G, what are you on? Seriously, what the fuck is this guy on about? It's pissing me off. Hailing from the city of the eels, I remember scraping up a couple pennies for some meals, now that's real. Now let me tell you what's the deal, don't be looking at my face, don't be asking how I feel. This is heat, can't catch it, got 4K graphics, wordplay can't match it, make straight up classics. Go ask the bird that I'm shagging, my pipe game hard while your CV flaccid. I'll say your girl is fake, you'll say that shit ain't true. That's why your girl knew her man while she was still with you. Now who's the fool? I'm telling you the rules. Let me spit a couple facts, you'll be falling off your stool. You can hate, but this is real life, the truth's in print. But you're fake all on the inside like Kim K's tits. Real truth hits, let me relay this. I'll put OJ on the stand, this time his glove fits. Got proof in check, if you think I'm telling lies, dead dogs still fetch. Up until my death, when I take my last breath, if I'm not making any sense, dead dogs still fetch. Yeah, dead dogs still fetch. If you think I'm telling lies, dead dogs still fetch. Up until my death, when I take my last breath, if I'm not making any sense, dead dogs still fetch.
Top brass of the township, kids try to determine what card had him crowned king. Live life suburban, saw something in his eye, it twitched like the curtain. Same something take the lines that will pinstripe his burden. Sits drip dried in bourbon, trying to phone a friend, but the people in his circle, they never spoke at length to Yoda than to Boba Fett. Trust when a bro repents, but don't expect your man to hatch a dove from a cobra's egg. No regrets, it's my innocence to prove. With the solar plexus fried by the Icarus of youth, I think of you in a different life. Crabs in a pint glass, entombed in the kryptonite and dashed in the mine shaft. Life's hard, but only when the money stands to win. Check them pie charts, Brody. Must be mad to think you was typecast solely for that trusty lack of wit and the cherub on your scapula that doesn't plan to quit.
Got proof in check, if you think I'm telling lies, dead dogs still fetch. Up until my death, when I take my last breath, if I'm not making any sense, dead dogs still fetch. Yeah, dead dogs still fetch. If you think I'm telling lies, dead dogs still fetch. Up until my death, when I take my last breath, if I'm not making any sense, dead dogs still fetch. Trekking through the fence, ain't never had a vehicle. I lost a couple friends and now I want whatever's meaningful. The feeling's terrible, but after that it's bearable. It's aging just like something I wouldn't put into my cereal. It's clumped up and mucky, spliff looking stuffy. Grab another Henry and wave bye-bye to my money. And it's funny how fast the whole crew can disperse. And what makes this shit worse is it still hurts. In this verse, I don't wanna be chatting about agony. I'll happily flip the script just to save my sanity. We're linking Basil, then we hit the pits rapidly. And before we know it, we're up 40 feet casually. This is something that could not be replicated. In the company I'm rolling with could not be duplicated. We're a family and that's exactly how we demonstrate. And never let a stupid bitch get in between us, she would make it. This is real shit that I'll be spitting till I retire. Robbing the station of paper just to start a fire. I'll be spitting straight facts like you're calling me a liar. I'll be saying hang back like I can't get any higher. Now the smoke is in the air while we're bumping Lynyrd Skynyrd. Nobody can stop and stare cause there ain't nobody with us. Gives me shivers when I reminisce about the Ely River. Whatever I've ever needed, the fans have always delivered. Vibe at the pits with a fat bag of piff. Grass and greener on the other side. Catch my drift as I rhyme to the riff. That's sick, now we're humming to the lullaby.
And that's a hell of a view to behold in your youth when you're hopelessly colourblind. Cause if you ain't got a fight and you ain't got a cry, grass ain't greener on the other side. Dear diary, it's a long time since I wrote. Stop by to divulge these plot lines like long nights at my throat. Some see the stop signs and bop by despite those. They chance on the Klondike, swab twice and strike gold and change the hand. Not me but a braver man, the stable hand with skeletons he buried in a paper pad of prose. Now we dating back the bones, but the closet got a boggin in the shape of that you hold without confronting. I came to crack the codes that bound the dungeon, so triumphant as I take the rabbit hole. Went down to London and discovered there's a dozen ways that you can flirt with evil, but won't escape the catacombs without corruption. And I'm lucky that I've seen the world. I've been beyond the fence, I've been atop the mountain just to teeter on the edge. I've been across the fence, man, and Alex isn't wrong, cause that grass ain't greener than the patch we're sitting on. Like, trust me, so what's it even mean? Flashback spinning in a bottle green reprise. The image of the pits like a fossil we can keep, but the pang inside the heart would see the prophecy complete. Yeah, what's it even worth? I had a dozen friends and I promised each the earth. All we have to show is the fossils we preserved, in the sense that every promise in the prophecy was cursed.
Vibe at the pits with a fat bag of pith, grass ain't greener on the other side. Catch my drift as I rhyme to the riff, that's sick, now we're humming to the lullaby.
And that's a hell of a view to behold in your youth when you're hopelessly colorblind. Cause if you ain't got to fight and you ain't got to cry, grass ain't greener on the other side.
Where'd the vibes go? Big up the StoneyMeadow, my guy. Pulling the fucking strings behind the scenes as always. Yeah. Like ships that pass in the night.
Yeah.
Migrant. And your boy Crusoe, we're here. And we've got a lot of shit to say, we're ready to confess. Let's do it. I guess I'll start. You think I should start?
Yeah, drop it.
Yes, I'll start. Alright. How about you stop and then you find my rhythm? Yeah. Sometimes I wonder if all this will last forever. Sick of telling me that I just need to get my shit together. Through this bad weather, in this damp cellar, but yet still I maintain staying damn fed up. It's a madness in this head of mine, ahead of time. Brothers I called slimes won't be with me at the finish line. But that serves me right, it's not their fault. I was swerving out of sight in the whirlpool. I remember all those nights by the fire, saying I know wrong from right, I'm a liar. I'm a hypocrite, I'll happily admit to it. I'll stand this stiff and get hit with the ammo I deserve to get. At least then I'll have learnt my lesson. Take my woes, my confessions, and take every bit of my possessions. Take my sanity, take my imperfections, take my clarity. I can't stay this restless. Take my hands and feet, take my recollections. Take my plants and seeds, steer me in the right direction. I'm not sitting here projecting, it's just clear to me I'm not the type of guy that you were all expecting. Nah, I guess I'm not. I'm not the type of guy you were all expecting. You know what I mean? Yeah. Alright, you go.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Picking rounds out the flesh of my feet. Sticky brow, whip around, counting pennies to eat. It's kinda cute how we bow down to anything deep. Like a youth, find the truth that resemble his needs. I pledge seeds like the pods growing thick on the bough. Guess each from the rot at the rim of a pound. The prestige that you want's just a limited shroud, is flesh deep. Still our gods couldn't figure it out or pin it down with the right tool clutched in the hand. We've seen the land, seen a wild wolf suckle a lamb, seen a fish in the tide pool run with a gang into the school in the bayou. Scuppered his plans, the son of man's singular witness to the things that we purge. What if that mission was a gift, not a curse? What if twists and the turns that I crossed upon my transit were scripture and verse in some long forgotten language, I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swear down.
Swear. Swear it was. Not him again.
Yeah.
Got him again.
Help yourself to everything that I have ever owned. Last thing that I wanted is to stay in here alone. I swear I'm nuts, I'm going hollow to the bone. Ever since I ain't been getting stoned, I gotta let this sorrow show. It's a shame we have to learn after the moments past. If there was any excuses, I would've pulled them out my arse. Too busy smoking grass, could cut my time in half. In and out with harps, walking in the same path. Strolling, yo. Running. I had to learn the hard way, so I backtracked, tears running down my face. Man, this is bad luck. Maybe it's because I'm raised by a sad mum. Everything has always looked great, this is dumb, bruv. I had to pick myself up by my 2 feet. Uniques need to understand I'm a new breed. It wasn't questionable, right? A bud and spit a couple. Sitting in the car and let it spark, it was inevitable. Bring it back to bait place on the winter night. Dim the lights, never to be seen by all the passers-by. Nah, never.
Yo.
Like shit, like
See, this
shit.
be that heat in which reptilians are longing to bask. They plot graphs when the kid had got the conch in his palm. So what starts with a kiss, ends with a dove. Half was a script, but the rest was a bluff I summoned up. A Bible for the frail and the meek to break free, each flying in the shape of a V to St. Peter. Simon's called my name for the sea, but it ain't sweeter than the price of falling prey to the peace that you've instilled inside my heart, where every silver line is ours. We used to burn them by the bridge, but now we build them by the path. The last laugh, the first flower of the spring, in that blissful middle ground that turned your prowess to a sin. That Shaolin went and put that fourth chamber in his chest. Guardians are hovering adjacent to the head, so say less. I was nascent from the manger to the end, trying to clock what I was bleeding from and change it to a strength, amen. We might have been the tailor of our ends, we might have been neighbours, but our neighbours ain't our friends necessarily. We was rubbing shoulders in assembly, now every other brother is a vulture in the cemetery. Holding every memory at arm's length, past sex open where the entropidic past tense was cleft, where we dilly-dallied on the day's end, just a couple ships, mid-Atlantic in the AM. Like ships, the mid-Atlantic in the AM.
Ernie now stands as the final inheritor of that process, a curious fossil figure of the primitive washes and rivers surviving out of his time as the last embodiment of the old Fen Tiger's race memory.
How's your head? How's your head? How's the head? How's the head? See, you can take the tiger out the fence, but you can't take the fence out the tiger. Now my friend, now my friend, now my friend, now my friend. So how's the head? How's the head? See, you can take the tiger out the fence, but you can't take the fence out the tiger. Now my friend. I lie my gripes, dying with the horse, the type to rely on the height of his horse. When I walk through the cipher, 10 man deep, now I'm swiping the mic like a swipe from the paws of a tiger. The wide eyes hide in the thorns. Searchlights the cast in the marsh, tell him third time's a charm, but it's once bitten, twice shy, thrice with the more corpse. Carrying flesh when I see a man send for them Harrier jets. I turned every loose string in your life in a twine, and I see man render the marionette. I bled red from my birthright. Remember the words right, just like I told you. A leopard could have changed his spots anyway, but a tiger would earn stripes just like a soldier. The shoulder would bear my rag. You should have rolled with an airtight plan. Few would have spoken the prayers I had. I do what you don't, and then there I got to the fit of the vision that I had in the sticks with the kid in my first little house, 2 up, 2 down. I grew up, moved out, roll shoots plot from an uncouth town, where them clouds run round, but I tell them no cat and no spawn kills neither. Leeches both in the 4-bill sneakers, a word from my mouth on your force-filled Peters. How's your head? How's your head? How's the head? How's the head? See, you can take the tiger out the fence, but you can't take the fence out the tiger. Now my friend, now my friend, now my friend, now my friend. So how's the head? How's the head? See, you can take the tiger out the fence, but you can't take the fence out the tiger. Now my friend.
Yo, back on the track if you missed us, fix up, leave a little smoke for the listeners. Heart on my sleeve, that's business. Living in a place where blood's crushed like biscuits. Now I got the pace, don't know, might risk it. Never won the race, fuck no, some bitch shit. Fuck that, my face might go like wrist, but fixed up. Now I got an ace with my wrist cut. What? We got the whole world against us, we're restless now. As we get up, lace up, we pace up. Stranger days come ASAP. Give me that flag as I take my paintbrush. We're coming and doing what we need to do. As I come in, I cruise with the flow, we just move. Fire the booth as I'm coming to shoot. Right now that is the truth, that migrants on the loose. Grabbing that loot, I am that dude. Cutting it through as I'm spitting the truth. Put that on loop, put on the suit. I am the guy you'll be bowing down to. Don't piss me off, there is nothing to say as I'm grabbing the mic just to fill it with rage. You should not have let this tiger out of his cage as I'm killing the track, not a thing has been changed. Migrant and Crusoe tag like the Usos, filling up another big plate like a sumo. Why did you just try and come fuck with a duo? Finish up another quick take just for you, bro. Like ships that pass in the night, that's right, sail past, not a human inside. Set flight on a plane, no me, cause I might my life as a dream set free when I write.
How's your head, how's your head? How's the head? See, you can take the tiger out the bends, but you can't take the bends out the tiger. Now my friend, now my friend. Now my friend, now my friend. So how's the head? See, you can take the tiger out the bends, but you can't take the bends out the tiger. Now my friend.
A tin on the bench for the lows, a blow to the head for the highs. You writing again for the woes, and stroking the pen for a smile. An open return for the month, love like a bird and a hope. He clutching the version he knows, and over and over and over. I think I feel it in my bones, feel it trapped in my ligaments. The feelings that I stole, got a man trying to fiddle with his hand on the pump, other hand on Leviticus. The pangs in the gut put his back to the dissonance as Icarus, a moth being tempted to the flame. The individual swaps but the sentiments the same. When you're brave, you flop, now the wreckage is ablaze. Pull the black box out and learn the error of my ways. Errors changed to the shepherd on the plains, raise his staff high. I've been betting on his namesake through dark times, through bar fights, quarrels and eventually divorce. Shedding digits from the hand to the rest of me retorts, set a course for the latter day. Come survey the cabaret where snakes and alleyways will play a funny game of pat a cake that's bait. Still I back the same wave with my chest out, ribs like a Faraday cage. A tin on the bench for the lows, a blow to the head for the highs. You writing again for the woes, and stroking the pen for a smile. An open return for the month, love like a bird and a hope. Clutching the version he knows, and over and over and over it goes.
Talk to me, bruh. Flicking through my diary, cash rules all around me. Lasers in my eyes beam, put that in my rhyme schemes. Come and sit beside me, watch and see how I've been. Even though I might bleed, that would not surprise me. Upping up the level, case of Armageddon gladly. At the gates of heaven, help me come and get them rightfully. Yeah, finally, that's my G. What? We keep on coming up until we crash it. You never reaching close enough to be inside these brackets. We smash it like break the shuttles with the rackets. Flow too cold, so take a jacket, talk a load of shit and back it. You could take me back to start and see where I begin. I wouldn't light a spark, I wouldn't even take my sins back. And every mishap is exactly why I'm him, an individual who's learned to deal with all my sins.
Yeah, I do relate to your situation, bro. Especially the fact that, like, I'm exactly the same. When something's like bothering me or like hindering me, I just lock myself away and I don't talk. Like, I try to, I really try to.
A tin on the bench for the lows, a blow to the head for the highs. You writing again for the woes, and stroking the pen for a smile. An open return for the month, love like a bird and a hope. He clutching the version he knows, and over and over and over it goes. Over it goes, stoking and stoking it, over it goes like this. And over it goes, see things upside down. I don't trust us, still turn this ship around.
Yeah.
Always see things
Okay. You're the first one that I truly loved. Yet you're the last one that I wanna see. I'll shrug uncomfortably and bury feelings underneath. I'll watch my feet as I'll be treading round it all responsibly. Ripping out my heart to put it in a melting pot. You might be thinking that I'm blessed, well you wouldn't be wrong. I really should be working, but I'm sat here writing songs. I really should be hurting, but I'm gliding like I've hit a bomb. Would you love me for my bank balance? Or would you love me if my pants haggard? If something whack happened, then I saw my plans shattered, then at least I'm dining with a steak, not no side salad.
Said we passed in the night, but we'll meet in the day. Keep this past in mind when you speak on my name. I said we passed in the night, but we'll meet in the day. Said we'll meet in the day. From a prince, yeah. From a prince, slipping rubies on my cheek, his arm. Now I'm drunk, spinning Disney movies on a VCR. In a place where they're taking doobies for a piece of arse. It's deep to ask, but would you pick and choose me when the evening's past? I keep my heart, same place you wear your diamonds, Seiko. She told me that would never tell the time of day though. Spiky rainbows with my eyes behind the woolly clouds, but wouldn't vouch for any pot of gold, cause I weren't looking down. I should come equipped with some small print. I should learn to cut my jib with that toolkit. I should take that ton of bricks off what you'll think, cause when we run adrift you up and dip like it's all crisp. Then we passed in the night, but we'll meet in the day. Keep this past in mind when you speak on my name. I said we passed in the night, but we'll meet in the day.
Yeah.
Said we'll meet in the day.
Like ships, sailing baby, yeah. There was a fairy tale inside my head and in my mind. I got an early mail, I was in bed still trying to unwind. I couldn't tell if you were joking, I missed all the signs. And after it was over I was hoping I could shift the tide. A couple months have really felt like a millennium. You're sending all these messages and I weren't really getting them. I couldn't be more grateful that I really let you go. You showed up in my dream, I turned my back and gladly hit the road.
And ghost, then reappear inside my lyrics holding different blokes. The nights alone as civilized as stripper pole. Just time, the doom, the flight of skipping stones that fall to levels we had sworn we'd sooner die than dip below the line. Just a vessel for an injured soul within the hold, praying if this vessel gonna sink or float. So why? The only thing that keeps my spirit whole is written prose and this strange affinity for ships and boats.
Yeah, we're all here.
Then we passed in the night, but we'll meet in the day. Keep this past in mind when you speak on my name.
Like ships, passing in the
I
night.
said we passed in the night, but we'll meet in the day.
Like ships, like
We'll meet
ships.
in the day.
Yeah. So love.